Alright there, I've been reading the paper here on the front page, and minerals hit hardest by layoffs, those aged 18 to 34 losing jobs at a greater rate than boomers, which they're talking about the baby boomers. Boomers aren't feeling the bust in Alberta the way younger generations are. The Alberta Treasury Branch Investor Beat survey found that in the last quarter of those who said the economic downturn had an impact on them, 39% of the minerals aged 18 to 34, 30% of Generation Xers 35 to 54 lost their jobs, compared to 19% of the boomers aged 54 and up. In the last quarter, from a job loss standpoint, minerals have been more impacted by the decline in the price of oil than boomers, said ATB Investor Services President Chris. Overall job loss rose 1% over the last survey. Turskansky expects the losses to keep rising for more quarter before they'll level off. He said that while boomers have not been hit as hard by layoffs, they have been feeling salary freezes and decreasing value of real estate investments. They're definitely feeling it. They are just feeling it in a different way. Turkanaski said many Albertans are abandoning long-term savings strategies, and they cope with the economic as they're going to be coping with the economic downturn. Increased number of people appear to be cutting back on personal spending. The survey polled 1,007 Albertans from April 11th to 18th. Well, it's not as bad as it's in Ontario. In Ontario, just in Haldimand County, in the Nanticoke region, when the coal plant totally shut down, they lost over 800 jobs. I think it was just under 900, so, 1,000 here. If they're talking about the whole province, and that's 1,000, compared to Nanticoke a few years ago, losing over just under 900, maybe more, let's say 900 there, as an average, compared to 1,000 here, and if they're talking about the whole province in this article from the Metro, everywhere is gonna have economy slows down, so down in Ontario, Southern Ontario, it's even worse than this. Like this is just slow trend here. Okay, Stampede Security increases presence. Stampede Park's security officer Kevin Left and Keen Wright, who asked not to have their last names published, displayed items that aren't allowed in 2016 Stampede. Your alcohol and... Okay, well, they got alcohol in a... I see. Okay, well, I guess they're... gotta do the job, right? Police will conduct more spot checks to ensure safety. Okay. Cuts to staff timetables brought up in speeches. Business hoping for Stampede boost. That's always a good sign. Transit workers result in Canada Day drama. On Canada Day, Calgary Transit trains were stopped, completely packed with no room to breathe at Arlington Station for 30 minutes at a time, according to Mayor Naheed Nanshi, and he's wondering how the city can improve service during major events. According to the mayor, on Friday, 2 major events mixed with scheduled maintenance helped create a transportation Tempest as citizens packed on trains destined for delays. Post-football game as well as post-fireworks celebration, we had a lot of drama on Calgary Transit. Scheduled maintenance lead to single track around Chinook Station, so the Red Line had very serious delays very late at night. Yeah, it was pretty much well delayed because I had to wait a little bit there for a train, so, it's just the way that goes. They're opening up. It looks like they're going to be opening up a new Costco here. East Calgary opening soon. Okay, well that's a good sign. What else is in the news today? Let's see. Well, there's some articles here. Let's read the horoscope. I'm in Aries, so let's read it from March 21st to April 20th. This is a good day for family discussions because you are sensitive to what others want to say. Trust your intuition, especially in discussions regarding home repairs. Okay, well, I usually try to follow my horoscope because it's usually accurate. Other than that, Karma Exchange. Tiger from New Brunswick is likely on her way here in Zoo Swap. Okay, well, other than that, that's about it for the news. Yeah, well, see, a lot of people don't realize if, you think it's so bad here in Alberta, right, with those 1,000 jobs, people aren't employed. Now, if they're talking about the whole entire province, it's not as bad as in Ontario, because if you look at Ontario, and if they lay off, say, a warehouse or a factory filled with 2,000 workers, and a general, or 1,500 workers, let's say 1,500, and a general city, like say Hamilton, for example, well, 1,500 just gone don't have a job in Hamilton, and statistically, if you add up the correct numbers, say if there's 35% unemployment already, you just added to the number. Here, I don't think I don't think it's as bad because there's always something around somewhere. You just gotta find it. Now, depending on your skill level, your educational level, stuff like that, your motivation levels, it all boils down to a key factor. But see, a lot of people run with their tail between their legs and, give it up. And it's like, okay, well, someone else is going to come and take it. And then if you come back, there's nothing left. Oh, well. But the baby boomers in Ontario are really feeling it. You retire and you still got to work because it used to be for every one teacher that retired down there, 5 were working. Now it's 1 for 1. So down there is worse. And I got news feeds back home, and the price of their meat, their milk, everything's up. A lot of people don't realize that. I came out here, thought it would be a little more money for meat, and actually it depends what I was getting. It balanced itself out, so hey, it works. So other than that, I'm just doing this video as an update for news and stuff like that, and had a very alright day. Hoping, it's going to be a high of 20 today, low of 8 degrees, scattered thunderstorms, so there's going to be probably another video on thunderstorms. Hopefully, I actually see something. Might have to go out to an open area and actually get real footage on it. So other than that, I'm going to wait a bit and probably do a little grocery shopping myself and, and work out the week. So I'm going to end this transmission. Stay positive, stay classy, Alberta.